Hey guys, welcome. Welcome aboard if you are brand new. Welcome back. If you're not, welcome home if that sits perfectly for you. I feel like welcome back to me. I have been unwell, so here we go. This is what I want to do today. I want to do a pick a card reading. I want to just look for general messages. This will be timeless. So from when it finds you, consider it perhaps maybe the next 10 days. I'm just going to do a general, what messages are we looking for? There will be timestamps down below. Remember that these are general readings, and so they may not resonate 100% for you, and that is okay. Take what resonates. Leave the rest. It's okay. You can listen to 1 or 2 or 3 of these piles that we're going to create together. And we will be creating piles together. This is the part where your intuition becomes part of the magic and part of the message. So don't push it, don't force it. Just whatever pile or whichever of these lovely stones your intuition draws you to, go ahead and take that as your pile, your messages, right? So we have a beautiful ammonite. Look at that. It is so gorgeous. I just love it. We've got a gorgeous Shiva eye, right? So beautiful. I wish you could touch this. It just feels amazing. And then another ammonite. So, like I said, whichever one feels like your pile. If you want to go off these stones, that's absolutely fine. I'll be quiet for just a minute and you can check it out. And if you would prefer to choose after we get the piles together, go ahead and do that. Yeah, just take a second. Feel into those stones. Alrighty, so we are going to create together our piles for each of these lovely 3 stones. We're going to use some oracle decks today and some tarot just to grab some messages. Nothing too fancy, nothing too major, just looking for what's going on. I happen to be recording this on the day of the equinox. So if this finds you around that time, then I wish you a blessed equinox. And if it finds you at a different time, I wish you a blessed day. Whatever day it happens to be for you is absolutely perfect. Yeah. I love this spiral. I didn't even really think about the spiral reflected in the fabric today until I had everything done, and I was like, oh, look at that. Okay, what a beautiful message for equinox too, if again this finds you at that time, and if not, that's all right. It's all good. Perfect timing is perfect timing, right? Absolutely, and everything is already pre-shuffled. I'm just giving them a little good morning, a little wake up here as we move through our happy little pile picking. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to pull 6 tarot cards for each of these piles, and we'll see what comes to pass as a result, right? So here's 1 and 1 and 1, 2 and 2. Okay, fine. Don't be my number 2 and 2. There you go. And 3, 3 and 3. 4, 4 and 4. So I hope wherever you are, you're well. Like I said, I have been struggling through some symptoms, 5, 5 and 5, but am on the mend at this time. I will take it. Alrighty, guys. So there we have our piles and our stones. And again, go ahead and feel into whichever one of these piles is speaking to you. And again, as we talked about, let your intuition choose that pile. That pile is going to choose you, not the other way around. So go ahead and take just a moment, and I will see you in your reading. All right, pile one, those of you who have chosen this gorgeous ammonite. Yeah, let's have a look. Let's have a look at your messages, shall we? No, I want to be able to see that. He's so beautiful. There we go. All right, so you have enchanting gifts. Okay. All right, interesting. You have the farther gate. So this is about bold steps forward. You also have Vesta. Let's scoot these over. Vesta. Okay. Nice. So let's think about this for a minute. So, right. This is about choices. This is about opportunities. So enchanting gifts is about that balance of giving and receiving. This is where we witness our, let's call it, sense of trade-off, right? Where we witness what we are given versus the cost of that gift, right? Where things are worthy or valuable, or worthy or valuable, right? Big W, big V. Figure that one out. So this is about your cost-benefit analysis and how you weigh your opportunities, right? What you're receiving versus what is required. Yeah. So right here we're talking about bold steps forward, right? Bold steps forward. So this is how you move from that place of, yeah, this is okay, to holy cow, that's amazing. And the key here is, what do you have to leave behind, right? So we're still talking about balance. We're still talking about weighing value, weighing whether or not a thing is worth it, right? So this is how we create our own evolution. And then we have Vesta. I mean, this is a great energy here, because Vesta is all about freedom. It's all about taking the route that you have chosen, right? So this is that place where we're in charge of our choices. We're in charge of our future. We're in charge of what comes because we're in charge of ourselves. So this is a pretty powerful message that talks about making choices based on what is valuable for you, right? What is worthy for you, having the opportunity, but really also requiring that you yourself choose to put in the past the things that are of the past, right? We can't drag all of our baggage into the future. We can't drag our baggage through the gate. So we have to really determine what is valuable for us. Where am I choosing my freedom? Or where am I choosing my anchors? Where am I choosing to drag things along with me, right? Let's see what the tarot has to say to you today. Four of Pentacles, of course. So Four of Pentacles being all about what you're holding on to. Four of Pentacles being all about what we're afraid to release, what we, like, it's holding on to that thing because, oh my gosh, what if I never get it again? What if I can't find it? What if I need it in 2 years and I can't find it, or I have to get a new one? That's not trusting your state of resource, right? That's not trusting the universe to provide for you. That's saying, I'm just going to stay right here and hold on my stuff because this is where I believe that I belong, right? That's important. Ten of Wands. This is having said yes, we choose to say no because it is unhealthy. This is that place where we're overwhelmed, where we're holding on to too many things, and we have to use our own discernment, right? What is valuable to me what is worth it to me. And then we have to release things, right? If you have 10 wands and they're too heavy, you're going to have to put some of those wands down or give them back, right? So all those things that you've said, oh, yes, 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 I need that. Yes, I want that. Yes, I got to have it. Guess what? What happens eventually is that we just box ourselves in and we can't move. We can't take that next step. There is no renewal. There's nothing gifting. We can't bring anything more into our space, whether that's mental space or heart space or soul space or our physical space. It doesn't matter. If we have too much stuff, we're stuck, right? We have no freedom. We have no ability to have a bold new beginning. We can't have new things because we don't have room for them, right? King of Pentacles, right? The master of discernment, the master of trusting your capacity to always get what you require, to always have what you require provided, right? The King of Pentacles, I mean, he's holding on to this, but he doesn't need to. He doesn't have a requirement to. This king understands his discernment process. What is required? What do I need? And the fact that he is always going to be provided for no matter what. There's no need to be in this holding state, right? It's only about being open. I don't have to haul things around. I don't have to fill up my storeroom. I don't have to fill up my garage with junk. I don't have to fill up my guest room or my basement or my extra bedroom or the closet in my bedroom with junk I might need tomorrow. Because if I need it, I'm always going to have it, right? Yeah, Page of Wands. Beautiful. See, this says, really, this process of discernment is going to allow you to figure out what it is that's not required, what it is that's not fulfilling your desires, right? Because let's be fair. Sometimes we save stuff because our moms told us that you might need XYZ in a rainy day. Well, I'm not so sure that that's true. You know, I'm not saying your mom didn't know what she was talking about, but I'm saying your mom might not have known everything that was going on right now. So, right, King of Wands. So beautiful under this, right? So these new ideas, right? Pages of Wands are all about information that comes to you, right? Something that you might see in passing, something that you might hear, something that you might read, something that just might pop in for you as your own message, right? Pages are multi-dimensional kind of messengers. And so as such, what you're learning is what's required for you. Where can I go? I can only go as far as I can travel based on what I'm hauling around. What do I need to put down? What do I need to leave behind me? This page is informing this King of Wands, right? What are we putting down? Anything that doesn't meet that, heck yeah, right? If it's not a yes with your whole body, then it becomes a no. Then you don't need it anymore. Then it's not a gift, it's a burden, right? And it might be preventing you from taking control of your life and going where you might go, where you really, really want to go. But you can't because you got too much crap in your hands. Are you going to put it down? Look at that. Look at that. Okay, so the Six of Pentacles, the message I love this right here. Six of Pentacles is the minor of justice, right? So this is balance. This is harmony. This is how you automatically understand give and take, giving and receiving. That principle of flowing, right? What you need, literally you give with one hand and you receive with the other. That is the Six of Pentacles. He says, I know I have enough. Of course I have enough. I know I don't have to hoard or store or believe in holding on to things because of scarcity. Absolutely not. I have the freedom to do whatever I want. I'm dedicated to my experience, right, of being that balance between giving and receiving, because I know I always have enough. And that sometimes is the thing, right? When you know you have it, when you know you're the balance, when you know you're the movement between plenty and not enough, and you know you're always going to have everything that is required for you in any given moment, your cost-benefit analysis is so powerful that you can go wherever you want to go, right? So pile number 1, here's your ammonite message. You have everything that you need, and anything that you don't need, please avail yourself to get rid of, because it's not required, it's not necessary. And what you're being asked to do right now, your message is to look around you, see what's holding you back, see what's not required anymore in your life, in your experience, in your anything, and release it, right? Release it with love. It doesn't have to be, oh my gosh, let me get a dumpster and throw all my crap away. No, no, no. It's let me allow this stuff to move on into someone else's something, because I don't require it. I don't require it anymore. I don't need it, and someone else might, right? And I need to make room for this next great experience. So I wish you luck, pile number 1, because whatever's coming in for you is so beautiful and bountiful. Yeah, that's lovely. So happy clearing out, happy making room, happy making a place for your foot as you step up to the next level, right? Happy next thing, because whatever it's going to be great. Please hit that subscribe button. Come back and let me know how this goes for you. And until then, be blessed. Take care. All right, pile number 2. Let's get right on in here. You have this gorgeous Shiva eye stone. So good. All right, let's see what we got here. You have breathe. Lovely. Lovely. Always important, right? Always important, especially at this time of year. You have the Magician's Sword and Pluto. Pluto, my favorite, right? Okay, so let's think about this. So we've got breathe, we've got the Magician's Sword, which is confidence in your magic, and Pluto. Okay, so what are you pushing? What are you, what have you been working so hard on? And that might be a little too hard, right? So this is about patience. This is about trusting the process. Here's the important thing. Interesting. So this is about endings and beginnings, right? It's about ending things to make room for a new beginning. It is about finding things that have been hidden in order to transform them, right? In order to create them as resources. This is about doing the work. Honestly, this is about doing the work. And sometimes you have to trust that process. Sometimes you have to trust the way that things come in for you, even when you don't particularly enjoy them, right? Sometimes the work is the work, and we have to breathe through it. We have to trust the process, and we have to actually just stop and be in it, right? One of the things that a couple of students of mine have asked me is, when will this be over? When will I be done with this work? When? And I always kind of laugh and say, you'll never be done, right? It's not a thing that we complete. It's not a thing that we finish, right? We learn lessons, and even then a lesson comes back to you, right? A lesson comes back to you in a different something, but it's the same lesson, right? It might be couched in a different person or a different circumstance, but the lesson is the same. And then I have clients who will say, why? I've done this already. Why am I doing it again? And the answer is, yes, you've learned it, but now you're different. You're presenting to this lesson in a different way. What can you learn from it now? Right? And so if you have confidence in your magic, what comes back, even if it's challenging, even if it feels familiar or frustrating, is just another way to lean in. It's just another step, right? Another step forward, another step up. Okay, 5 of Pentacles, the Emperor, The 8 of Swords. Wow. Okay, so let's contemplate here how we're choosing to be stuck. What are you stuck in? Right? Again, where are you stuck? Where are you dug into something that you don't want to move forward from? Right? 8 of Swords says to you, I know it feels like you're stuck, but those are your ideas, right? This is how we choose to square up to a situation, how we choose to decide whether or not we have what it takes to move through or not, right? The Emperor, this energy comes in with a little bit of rigidity. Well, this is what it is. I know that's what it is because that's what I'm experiencing. I know that's how it goes because it's happened this way in the past. Oh, really? Okay. Are you transforming it or are you just enduring it? Ask yourself that question. Do you believe that suffering is meant to be endured? Are you experiencing it or are you looking for what's inside of it so that you can transform it into something else, something new, so that you can utilize it as a tool, right? This is about your ideas. This is about your ideas controlling your experience. And if you have this sword, guess what? There's nothing that you cannot do. You just have to know when it's time to stand there and think about it, or stand there and live with it, experience it, explore it. But then there's that time where it's time to use your tools and cut the ties that are holding you, right? Temperance, yep. Oh, the Chariot. Oh, okay. And the Hanged Man. Well, so you end with these 3 majors, indicating that, first of all, this is a major life transformation for you. Whatever you're going through right now, you're experiencing the opportunity to learn a lesson that will afford you a wider path in the future, more trust, right? This is about really trusting the journey, really choosing to look at your perspective, right? Change your perspective on a situation. What is it that I'm seeing? Is that really what I'm seeing? Am I sure? Right? Let me look at it again. Let me breathe and look again. Let me breathe and experience it again, right? Chariot is about head and heart. It's about balancing. Instead of just like, moving on one direction, head or heart, I'm going to feel this way and this is all I'm going to do. I'm going to think this way and this is all I'm going to think. Well, how about if you have a little balance, right? That's what temperance is. Literally, you look at the card. I mean, temperance is about creating something new, right? This is about the creation of wisdom from knowledge and experience. And so whatever's going on outside you must be synthesized with what is happening inside you. Because that's your locus of creation. That's where you're creating all these things, right? And so if you want to transform it within you, you have to first look at what's happening outside and then make that necessary adjustment, doing the work on the inside. If you want to transform your external world, the only place you can do that is to change what's happening inside, right? What's happening inside is this very rigid structure of this. What you're being asked to do is to actually say to yourself, is that an accurate reflection of my inner state? And if not, what do? I focus on my breathing. I focus on my wellness. I focus on my inner health. I focus on my inner transformation through my ideas, through the thoughts that are not me, right? Through the thoughts that don't control me, through the thoughts, in fact, that I control, the experience that I control, my relation to. So, pile number 2, super simple message. You're being asked to do some real work here, some real inside work, whatever that might mean to you, whatever that means for you. I think you already know the answer to that. I think the answer is found in the place where you say, why is this happening again? Why am I seeing this again? Why is this coming back? Wherever that is, that's where your work is. And your opportunity is to claim something new instead of recycling something old, right? Closure. End the thing. End the thing, whatever it is. Make room for something new instead of just hitting repeat, 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 right? It's a beautiful fractal pattern, but the pattern only changes when you change you. So pile number 2, that's a lot of work for you. But guess what? We don't ever get the invitation to the work we cannot do. So I wish you the best. And hit subscribe so you can come back and tell me how that goes. And until then, I wish you nothing but the best. Be blessed. Alrighty, pile number 3. Shall we have some conversation about your messages? Huh? You chose this beautiful ammonite. Gorgeous, just gorgeous. Let's see what you've got here. Milk and honey. Always an interesting card to me. Always an interesting card. The Eye of the Needle. Intentionality. I like it. And the Moon. All right, moods and behaviors. Okay, so interestingly, so here we're talking about okay, so here we're talking about the way that you're creating your experience, right? So it's about your prosperity, it's about your abundance, it's about the gifts that you are given and how you intentionally move with them, where you witness opportunity, where you are willing to choose serendipity, where you're outcome focused as opposed to reaction focused, right? And the way that perhaps you're dealing with your emotions and allowing them to be a funnel for your creativity, or whether you're allowing them to be a place where you're in self-judgment and perhaps not quite a positive, and I use that word always in air quotes, right? Positive or accurate or authentic self-appraisal, right? So this is about doing work that will allow you to move into that state of wide abundance. I can only say that all 3 of these messages today are so similar. Clearly at equinox, right? Important that we have messages about really claiming our abundance. But this is about trusting, right? This is about how we trust our process, right? The Eye of the Needle is that place that we move through only in our intention, right? And it's about the virtuous, right? The virtuous. And there's a judgment implied there. And I think that that's important, right? I kind of get the referencing here in terms of structured religious stories. And so are you behaving in such a way as to be outcome focused in terms of a reward, or outcome focused in terms of your authentic, right, multi-layered self, your authentic multi-layered heart? Let's see what we have in terms of tarot. So we've got the 3 of Cups, the 9 of Cups, the Magician. Alrighty. Lovely, right? The Knight of Wands, the 2 of Wands, and the Empress. Okay, so again, we have messages of abundance. We've got abundance and celebration and wish fulfillment, and how we create our experience. We also have the ways that we make those choices, right? Again, so is this a highly principled choice, or is this a basic choice, right? So 2 of Wands says to, again, we have that reflection of, is this choice you're making in line with your highest and best? Or is it in line with you're being happy right now? Right? Are you looking in the long term? Are you looking in the reaping and sowing? Are we looking in planting? Or are we looking just in the moment? The magician has that power, but the magician, the interesting thing about the magician to me is always that the magician is in control of the 3D elementals, right? And so the will of the magician is the most important thing. The intention of the magician is everything, right? And so this is why I don't really practice spell magic, because I don't believe that, first of all, it's required if I'm living in my truth and in my will. I don't believe that I require a spell to manifest. I believe that I can do that simply by nature of my own power, right? But if I'm living in my highest, that's not going to affect anything anyway. I'm already magnetizing everything I require to me by my own presence, right? By my own presence. And so if you're looking for a celebration, a party, right? That Knight of Wands, he's out there. He's got it going on. The question is, do you need a knight to go out and get you things? Or can you just stand and magnetize to you with the power of your intention? Do you believe that milk and honey are something outside of you, right? Or do you believe that it is a natural emanation from your own creative highest self? So, you know, your heart chakra is, it's a funnel. It's also a limiter for your sacral chakra. And so if you have your sacral chakra in line, but your heart chakra is a little bit bound, or you're unsure of your intention, the power behind your intention, then you have a problem, right? When it comes to manifesting, your moods and your behaviors are limiting your absolute abundance, your highest choices. And so your experience, your 3D experience of this milk and honey, as the case may be, is always going to be limited or amplified by your highest intention. And so I think that pile number 3, you have a very clear message, which is to clarify your intentions, right? To get right with your highest and best, to really decide what that is. If your highest and best is, whatever it is for you, whatever it is, you have to get intentional with it and understand that everything that you have and choose and do and are flows from that, and that there is nothing that you can't repair or reprogram, right? Just because we have moods, just because we have behaviors, that's a state of being human, right? That's a state of being human. We call those things to us. How many times have you said, what can go worse today? What? That's a terrible day. And all of a sudden, 5 things come in to show you how much worse it can be. That's the magician pulling in from the elements, right? But when you are vibrating in that Empress energy, that divine sense of I am the creative, I am nurturing, I am my own principle, highest principle, right? I am my own abundance and my own satisfaction and my own fulfillment. Guess what? Everything comes to you through that intention because of your authenticity, not because of some magic words you uttered, right? But because of the energy that you drew things to you with. So I believe that your mission, pile number 3, is to really witness what it means to be in line with your highest and best, and to really find all the ways that you can to work on purification of your energetic, right? And to really learn the discernment of standing in expectation in the 3D, or standing in claiming beyond that, right? So it's a multi-layered conversation, I think, that you're being asked to have with yourself and your highest and best. So that is fabulous and fascinating. I love that for you, pile number 3, and I absolutely wish you nothing but the best. Please hit subscribe, come back and tell me how it goes, because I am invested in your success just like you are. I want to hear all about it. Yeah, be blessed. And remember, if you need facilitation, always ask for help, right? So take care and be blessed. Yeah, thanks for being here.